Hello everyone, Zaran here back with another gameplay commentary. Today's going to be a couple of articles I have, so now please let me like, subscribe button, helps out the channel, and let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so Activision Blizzard. So the article is going to be Activision Blizzard releases Star Wars and Saints Row. Okay, so Volition makers of Red Faction Saints Row shutting down for good. The news was announced on the company's LinkedIn account at around 12:30 p.m. right after the reviews of Starfield went live. The post was that the company explained for the reasons why its exclusion was tied to parent company Embracer Group's new reconstruction program. Yeah. Uh, this past June, the Embracer Group announced the reconstruction of the program, strengthening Embracer and maintaining its position as a leader in the video game industry. Announced that the read was a part of the program to evaluate the strategic operational goals and made the difficult decision to close violations effective immediately. Violation was founded back in 1993, and Paradox Software Developers Desert 3D Games in 1996. They adapted the name of Violation before creating a Summoners Red Faction Saints Row franchise. The studio was acquired by HG Norton back in 2000 and subsequently sold to Steve Sellers when HG filed for bankruptcy in 2017. As I two mods to reboot Saints Row. Violation was closed and announced by Impact employees, transferring jobs, etc., etc. So yeah, apparently, uh, I guess it was due to the management of their game. So I know this was a very short article, but let's get into it too. Activision Blizzard is to begin using AI for global real-time voice chat moderation in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That's good. Doesn't pan out. Proving yet again that they are premier front-runner of the title of the worst game company currently in existence. Activision Blizzard has announced that they'll be premiering a new AI-powered voice moderation chat for their upcoming Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 game. Yay. As a result of this partnership between the video game developer Modulate, Boston-based startup using machine learning AI technology to create a safer and more inclusive voice chat experience. Call of Duty franchise. The new moderator system will use the latter company's priority Talks mod technology to deliver global real-time chat moderation at scale. Oh man, Activision Blizzard is way out of touch. Yeah, I mean, come on. You know how. Yeah, oh my goodness. Back in the day, it was very toxic, but I guess that was the charm of Call of Duty back in the day. The powered AI voice chat moderating technology from Modulate can identify a real-time enforce against toxic speech, including hate speech, discriminatory language, harassment, and more. With the Activision Blizzard in August 30th, Blogspot announced that they are planning change to their online ecosystem, and the new development would bolster the ongoing moderation system led by Call of Duty Anti-Toxicity Team. Wow. Which includes text-based filtering across 14 languages in the game chat username as well as robust in-game player reporting system. Regarding the timeline, Taskmaster implementation, Activision Blizzard will inform and confirm to the analytical beta rollout of the voice moderation will begin in North America on August 30th inside the existing game of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Warzone, to be followed by the worldwide release of the beta timed to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on November 10th. Describing the functional tanks mod, their official website Modulate will explain that all the technology is built in advance of learning and technology and designed that with the player safety and privacy in mind. Text mod try ages, voice chat, and flag back behavior analyze the nuance of each conversation at tone toxicity enables moderators to quickly respond to each incident by supplying relevant and accurate context. Ah, okay. Yeah, I doubt these people are actually going to focus on every little nuanced thing that happens. It's most likely going to be a bot. YouTube does it. Let's see, where was I? Analyze the tone to previous those filter conversations. Okay, so yeah, perceiving intentions and filters and conversations using the advanced machine learning process. The third task force escalates the voice chats. Dean Mosaxa empowers moderators to effectively take action to mitigate bad behavior and build a healthy community. The development is but a recent popular FPS franchise recently turned towards cleaning up its player-based behavior. In November, Activision Blizzard took the first step towards combating toxicity by introducing a new unmodified code of conduct attempting to promote positive gaming for all. Yeah, it's not gonna end well. Um, as for the efforts of the code of conduct, is such months since Activision Blizzard noted that there'd be a blog post since the launch of Modern Warfare 2 2022. Call of Duty's accounts detected that it violated Call of Duty's code of conduct, consistently updating the text and username filter technology to as established in real time, rejecting the formal languages. An examine of the data focus previously announced enforcement of 27% of players did not reoffend after receiving a first warning. The publishers further detailed that those who did offend were met with account penalties, which includes that they're not limited to features or restrictions such as list, chat bans, and temporary account restrictions. But positive impacts aligns with the strategy to work with players, providing a clear feedback for their behaviors. Okay. But yeah, also all my things will be down below as well. So uh yeah, our last article will be on Liam Neeson accused Lucasfilms of diluting Star Wars with too much content, and he's not wrong. The actor Liam Neeson recently accused of Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilms diluting the Star Wars brand by creating too much content. Yep. Neeson's comments came from an interview with Conan O'Brien after he was asked if the Star Wars fans were coming up to him all the time. He said, and I quote, "Not all the time, but I mean, it is a cult. There is many movies with spin-offs among other things, but you're diluting the whole thing. I think that that's my personal thing." Returning to the question, but he said, "But yeah, occasionally, kids after a Star Wars autograph. After a kid, kids after. I'm sure that's supposed to after a Star Wars autograph, but okay. I don't want to give out autographs. We were at an airport, and oh look, it's not a kid, it's a grandfather. There is he or the dad, horn rimming glasses, a beard with 11-year-old. Nissan comments about there being too much Star Wars content and the brand being diluted is something that he previously shared back in February during a bit of Men's Health, where he responds to a number of questions, comments from Twitter users. Respond to the user's question that he popped up in Star Wars prequels. No one's probably knows Star Wars, such as I admire them, but there's just so many of them now that they're like so we've lost track, unfortunately. So there are too many of them, he repeated. Unironically, Neeson's comment echoed the narrative that Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilms are previously running. Their sequel trilogy began significantly decline at the box office. Soulless film stories was actually lost millions. Yep. Back in 2018, The Hollywood Reporter said that Disney CEO Bob Iger, many believe that Disney should pump the brakes and not put out any Star Wars movies each year. Iger responded, "I made the timing decisions, that I also look back at mistake that I've made. I take the blame. I was a little too much and too fast. I can expect some slowdown, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to make. J.J. Abrams was busy making Star Wars Episode 8. We have the creative titles that include Game of Thrones, Vice, and Who's Developed the Saga of their own, which have been specific about how we are just at the point where we're going to start making Star Wars, start making decisions about what comes next after J.J. Abrams, after J.J.'s, but I think that we're going to be a little bit more careful about volume and timing, and he's and the buck stops here. He added, "Yeah, he's absolutely right." She said that we're going on a hiatus for a couple of years after taking some time to really look at things going from the standpoint of the saga. Kennedy also, we're not just going to be looking at what comes in the next three movies, we're talking about in terms of trilogy, and we're looking at it and what's the next decade of storytelling. Yeah, I doubt it. So yeah, I watched the four episodes of the Star Wars Ahsoka series, and honestly, I'm really, really bored of that series. Don't get me wrong, I love Ahsoka as a character. I watched her during the Clone Wars, and as I watched it, I saw her develop. And I saw Rebels. It's okay. It's still the same Ahsoka Tano, but in the live action, she's just so bland and unforgettable. And not only that, but Sabine Wren is also my favorite character from the Rebels. And her acting like that in the first film comes off jarring, in my opinion. But yes, with that said, I'll see you in the next video. I know I haven't been making any gameplay commentary for a while. I've been busy and taking some time off. But yes, I'll see you in the next one. And Zon is out of here. See ya.